There was a time when these two programs were in the same conference, way back when the Big East was a little bit more prominent. 34th meeting all time. Louisville leads 29-4. First time they have played since 2017. Cochran taps it back into the hands of McKinley Randolph, and we are underway from Orlando. There's Cochran with a face-up jumper on the baseline, a little bit long, and rebounded by Carla Brito.
You're seeing Louisville come out and player to player. And if you're new to South Florida basketball, Jose Fernandez runs some beautiful sets. Jeff Wall said our defense has to be locked in and connected if we're going to get a stop here today.
Out high, this is Blazic coming off that fantastic game against Jacksonville last time out, hoisting a deep three. Rebound pulled down by Jalea Williams, and she'll look to push in transition. Williams all the way, couldn't finish with a left hand.
South Florida doing a great job on the defensive glass so far here early in this game.
Reeses trying to force it up. Roberts has done a great job the first few possessions. Brito keeps it alive and then throws it away. How about some of the keys for Louisville today?
Louisville has the size, so I'm looking to see if they can own the paint.
So 2 free throws for Taj Roberts.
But just be reminded, this is a team with 9 newcomers on it, in which 8 of those are freshmen. So this coaching staff's doing a lot of teaching right now, and this offense will come together. They just need more reps, and the chemistry needs to continue to develop.
And Roberts part of that outstanding freshman class that was rated as one of the 10 best in the country. Pull-up jumper by Brito gets a friendly bounce, and South Florida breaks the seal. There's a look at star-studded freshman class that includes 4 top 100 players nationally and 3 of the top 25.
And you're seeing 2 of those start, but let me tell you, the freshmen coming off the bench for Jeff Walls are just as dynamic scorers as what we're seeing on the floor.
South Florida pokes it away, a chance in transition, and a foul is Inez Piper.
So what do you need more from Inez Piper? He said maybe 2 inches. I just need her to grow a little bit. He was just kind of kidding. He said, but in all practicality, she is giving him everything and more. And I like her game, her ability to run the floor as we just saw. She can face up and take you off the bounce. She can also make that outside jumper.
And there she steps up and hits 2 free throws. Pass deflected, and here comes Dembele. Blazic puts it on the deck. Again, it pops out. Randolph has it poked away from behind. Brito running the floor, and finally a finish at the rim for South Florida, and a timeout taken by Jeff Walls.
But that's been a mainstay and really one of the keys to success, as well as his just offensive prowess.
10 different countries represented, and he has talked in the past about how even though some people think it might be more difficult to create a culture when you have players coming from so many different countries, it's easier. He says international players are more accustomed to being able to build and come together quickly.
He did say, you know, with this group, a lot of new pieces, and he said, you know, some of it's language barrier for some of them. He said, and some of it is getting used to playing with mama, getting used to playing with one another. He said, but he believes in these players, and he thinks they're just only going to get better and better.
Brito hesitated and then dropped in the 3. That's her first 3-pointer of the year as we're in Game 7 for South Florida.
Jeff Walls making numerous substitutions, actually wholesale. No, he left Roberts in. Substitutions during the break.
That's Imari Berry, one of the talented freshmen. Nyla Harris the rebound, and she'll be on the line. An outstanding career at Lake Highland Prep, won 3 consecutive state championships for the Highlanders.
It's always nice to go home. And the significance of that last, or these free throws by Nyla Harris, that's the first offensive rebound for Louisville in this ball game.
Cardinals just 1 of 7 from the floor, only bucket coming from Jayda Curry.
Game of the season. She was hampered earlier in the first couple of games of the season with a hamstring injury, and so Jeff Walls and staff decided just to make sure it heals completely before getting her out here.
Blazig running the floor. Good body control. Able to get it up and around. Harris dumps it down and a 3-second violation.
Well, we talk a lot about the offense of South Florida, but Brito just active hands, gets the steal, quick pass ahead to Blazig for 2. And Austin, to this point in the game, 6 turnovers already for Louisville.
It's a 6-point lead for South Florida, but you think about the shots they've missed right around the rim. Could be a lot bigger.
Well, and so Louisville switching up the defense, going to a full court 1-2-2.
Dembele bounces it down low. There's Lord Mutu. Curry to the mid-range. Another deflection. South Florida getting a lot of touches defensively. Curry's 3 off the back rim, and Blazig pulls it down. What a pass. Dembele. Huisis open 3. She cans it from the corner. What a start for South Florida. Just no offensive rhythm right now for Louisville. South Florida has locked the Cardinals down at this end of the floor. Curry found Berry in the corner. There's a triple. Full 6 of 11 from the floor. Romy Levy in for the first time, and she threw it away. Curry the steal and the finish.
Well, in typical Louisville fashion, if they're going to get back in this game, it's got to start with their defense. Great job by Curry shooting that gap.
Louisville scored the last 5. Dembele finds Levy cutting in. Wouldn't drop at the foul call. So a point guard with a ton of experience. Got hit in the nose against Vanderbilt. Suffered an injury, worn a mask now the last couple of games, but takes it off to shoot free throw. Player of the year in the American. Berry, quick release from the corner. Her second 3.
If I'm USF, I keep a very close eye on her because she can score in bunches.
Bulls shooting above 50%. He was not pleased with their offensive execution against Jacksonville earlier in the week. Much better so far this afternoon.
Well, in the first 2 quarters, I thought South Florida's offensive execution looked really good. They just had almost a whole 3rd quarter drought.
Dembele will take the 3.
Louisville daring Dembele to shoot it.
Huisis, a clean look. Cannot allow her to have any space. Second 3 of this opening quarter for Sammy Huisis. Another 3. Imari Berry with her 3rd of the quarter. Dembele pushing for South Florida. Gets it up. No whistle. And the first quarter ends. A flurry from Imari Berry keeps Louisville in it. Based on how she played in that first quarter, a chance to eclipse that number once again.
You've seen a matchup zone now from Louisville out of the break.
Huisis from the right corner. Couldn't get it to go. He had a couple of 3s in that first period for South Florida.
We were talking during the break. It's crazy. Both of these teams are shooting better from 3 right now than they are inside the arc.
Off the glass. Nice move to the post by Easton Bulolu. Piper dribbled it off the foot of Cochran, able to recover, but now 5 on the shot clock. Brito spinning through a double team to the corner. Levy with the shot clock running down, able to hit it.
And D. Cantner immediately tells the table, get that one ready to review.
Very close. That ball may have still been on Levy's fingertips when she let it go. Cochran showing some strength inside with a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, right now, I think that one's going to come off the board. Ball still in the hand. If for those new to the rule, they will review that during the next break.
So the officials will have to sort through whether or not that shot will count. The one by Cochran definitely does.
Of Mama Dembele's game, so that's why they're giving her the cushion, but it does speak to your point of just how quick she is.
Shot clock at 6. Blazig with space in the corner, rebounded by Berry, and now 2-on-1 for Louisville. Cochran running the floor, lays it in. And the Bulls have found themselves in a lot of late shot clock situations. Dembele cut off with 3 on the clock, and it's a 3-second violation.
But when you get below that number 4 on, several coaches in the ACC have told me, hey, we know it's a dogfight. Anybody can beat anybody on a given night.
Florida State listed 5th. That's the highest scoring team in the country right now.
Score quick and score in bunches. That's Florida State's motto.
Berry short with the 3. Levy with that long reach, able to snare the rebound. Well, the quality of look that South Florida is getting so far in this second quarter, nowhere close to what they got in the first quarter.
Okay, so first quarter, ball moves side to side, and then that allowed dribble penetration lanes for Mama Dembele, and she was able to kick out. Right now, you're seeing some bumps. The fluidity of cut is not there for South Florida.
Blazig with the shot clock at 2, hoisting and hitting from 3. Williams unable to get it to Harris on the block. Shot clock down to 5. Cochran left alone, and she scores. 2 defenders were there. Both of them left, leaving Cochran wide open. Huisis off the mark. Strong rebound in traffic by Roberts. Louisville's been great in transition. There's a touch for Harris.
Nice cut.
Asking for players to cut. Williams. Bounce pass. Cochran counted and a foul. Cochran making her 100th consecutive start for Louisville. She is 18th on the all-time scoring list, 5th in rebounding, and phenomenal career for Olivia Cochran. Weiss' pass up the sideline, stolen away. Jalea Williams with an easy finish.
And that's Louisville basketball, turning their defense into offense. And those players know as soon as they get the ball back, sprint the floor. Williams made them pay that time.
Pressure picking up. Roberts takes it away from Huisis. Well, every time Louisville gets a steal, their defensive intensity takes another notch up, as if they know they have the advantage.
I think they know they're wearing a Louisville Cardinal uniform, and that's what their head coach expects.
Dembele's got her eyes up.
So we talked about the South Florida scoring droughts. Almost 3 minutes, or now we're at 3 minutes for them. Beautiful pass by Williams.
Nyla Harris running the floor. Another timeout for South Florida as the lead has swelled to 9. Dembele turns the corner, wheeling inside. It's rejected by Berry.
What doesn't Berry do?
Williams, wide open 3. Long, and Tomaszewska tracks it down for South Florida. Running the floor, Putsu. A rare, easy bucket in the second quarter for South Florida. The Bulls desperately needed it.
Well, credit Mama Dembele for finding Putsu on the weak side, sprint the floor.
Harris trying to get it to Isla Juffermans, seeing her first action of the game. Harris will take the 15-footer and knock it down. Putsu up ahead, again running the floor, and Dembele found her. Back-to-back transition buckets for South Florida. Jufferman's got position right at the front of the rim. Strong finish by the freshman from Australia.
Putsu just takes...
Tomaszewska runs into Juffermans. Brito, tough shot. Jufferman's coming out to challenge and commits the foul.
Two of your main scoring threats. And so right now, you see Louisville switching strength.
Good first half for her. 8 points, 4 rebounds. And she has yet to get a break.
I have a feeling she won't, unless she gets in foul trouble.
Berry finds Jufferman's, absorbs a bump from Brito. A couple of buckets in the second quarter for Isla Jufferman's. Tomaszewska shuffled her feet. Curry initiates the offense with the shot clock at 5. Roberts gonna have to let it go. Great defense played by Dembele, and that takes us to halftime. Quisas hit a couple of threes in that first quarter as South Florida was finding a lot of success on the offensive end, but Bulls definitely went cold as the second quarter went on, thanks in large part to Louisville's defensive effort. Early post touch for Cochran. Up top, Roberts. A three around and out. Nyla Harris tracks down the board.
That's a matchup for Louisville that I think they need to exploit more. Different starting lineup coming out of halftime for Louisville. You see Berry in the starting group this time.
5-star recruit, top 20 player in last year's class, part of this big and talented group of freshmen for Louisville.
I mean, if you're a Louisville Cardinal fan, you've got to be excited about the future of this program, because these young people are just going to get better and better the more reps they get.
Williams pushing off the Blazic miss. It'll stay with the Cardinals, and the ball popping in and out.
Yeah, I mean, they almost look like they're rushing when they get those close-in looks.
Berry rises up and hits the mid-range jumper. You and I were talking off air. It just looks so easy for her. Everything about the game looks easy.
Well, we said how her point production just keeps going up, up, and up. And it looks like she's just not thinking anymore. She is just truly playing the game. And that's a quick transition for a freshman.
13 to lead all scorers.
Nice pass.
Nice find, yeah. Quisas got it to Piper.
But this is where for South Florida, I think anytime they can score.
Yeah, Jose Fernandez told us at the half, his live ball turnovers led to a lot of transition opportunities.
Do not shy away from hard scheduling. UCF's next game will be against Mississippi State, hence why I think the team is in here watching them right now.
The games against Mississippi State and TCU in the Cayman Islands Classic up next for South Florida. Cochran got great position.
This matchup of Jaleel Williams on Mama Dembele, one of the best defenders in the ACC.
Dembele a little bit out of control. Louisville right now with its largest lead at 13.
The triple drive now from Louisville, and they miss Harris.
Tried to get it to her, but it was late. Hutu with a deflection. Blazic, open look. And she cashes it in. Year number 25 for Jose Fernandez. More than 460 wins. And one of 6 active coaches to be at a school for 25 or more seasons. Quick hands from Blazic. Brito the push. And the finish. Contact with Berry, and it'll be a chance for a three-point play. Junior from Spain. See if they get that worked out. Williams to the baseline. Harris with the long two. Good touch. Nyla Harris.
Credit Jaleel Williams, though, for creating and pulling her defender. That's how Harris was open to knock that down.
Harris has 7 points. She's made all 3 of her shots.
And that was great rotation off the screen and roll by Harris as well to take it away.
Dembele circles, steps through. Tough finish. Mama Dembele taking it herself that time.
I'll just say it again. It's a great matchup when South Florida has the ball with Jalea Williams defending Mama Dembele.
Randolph down the lane. Good finish. McKinley Randolph. Another one of the talented freshmen.
I wonder how many times we've said that today for Louisville. Talented freshman.
And how many more times we'll say it. First bucket for Randolph. McDonald's All-American a year ago. Blazic, deep three. Harris was right there, but not close enough. Blazic drills it from deep. Randolph, good spin. Stays with it. Two good looks inside. Neither of them drop. Brito finds Putu. And a foul committed by Cochran. A show of how well respected Jose Fernandez is and his impact on the game, that those programs would be willing to come to Tampa and play a road game. Dembele wheeling inside. Brito never had control of that as she went up. This is as close as South Florida's been in a while. Cochran rebounds the miss by Curry. Cochran out of the double team. Curry wants a screen with 3 on the shot clock. Gonna have to do it herself. Step back 3 off the side of the rim. Harris taps the rebound. Williams comes away with it. And Randolph scores. South Florida with 30 seconds of great defense. Dembele all the way uncontested. She missed the layup.
I think sometimes she's going so fast. She's so intent on beating her player by going faster that she doesn't gather herself to have the soft touch to finish at the rim. I also think Louisville can speed you up at times.
Randolph, good head fake inside. Back-to-back buckets for McKinley Randolph.
I like Randolph's response here so far in this second half. No shots, no points.
Jayda Curry at the point, just her second game of the season. Made her debut Thursday night after dealing with a hamstring injury in the early part of the year. Curry, left hand down the lane, and a left hand finish. A little bit more dribbling there than Jeff Walls would prefer, but the result he'll take.
You stole my words, because I was just thinking the ball stuck on that possession, but at least she got 2 points out of it.
Back up to a 12-point game. 6 straight for Louisville. Dembele finds Levy on the baseline. How about that finish? Romy Levy, incredible English to get that one to go. Levy with the takeaway at the defensive end. She attacks Randolph. And Brito commits the foul.
Jayda Curry just dribbling and measuring up and then slicing and dicing to get the 2 off the glass. And then on the other end, beautiful cut by Dembele, and even more spectacular finish by Romy Levy.
Under a minute to go in a 10-point game here in the third. Barry forcing it a bit. It will stay with Louisville. And a chance for the Cardinals to go 2 for 1 if they can get a quick shot here. 45 seconds to go. Barry wanted a 3 and then mishandled it. Dembele sets up Blazic. That's been her spot. 4-3 for Victoria Blazic. Harris with 5. Down to 2. Randolph has to let it go. Levy altered that shot. Not great execution from the Cardinals there at the end of the quarter.
In the selection category that they have challenged themselves, and for both of these guys, hoping to get wins against these top competitors.
South Florida won that third quarter 17-14. So they start the fourth down by 7. Levy again to the reverse. Perry, little discard of Blazig. Offensive rebound, Harris.
So that's a young shot by Barry that she'll learn. She doesn't have to create it all.
Dembele, bounce pass, Brito dragged her pivot foot before she went up, a little indecisive.
I would love to see Cochran get a touch here. You see there, 0 points in the last 3:43.
And they have not gotten good looks either.
Well, there's been a lot of one-on-one play.
Cochran back in there for this possession. She is double teamed, steps through, it pops out. Cochran stays with it and scores.
She's rebounding, she's defending, she's just making good decisions for South Florida.
Dembele, tough angle, and it was too tall.
But two, I think a change right now that we're seeing from Louisville is trying to deny some of the shooters the ball, but also trying to run them off the three-point line.
Good position by Cochran. Brito there to challenge the shot. Louisville comes up empty. Blazig, quick release. And she cans another one.
Honestly, she should be at the free throw line too. That actually was contact across her hand.
5 threes for Victoria Blazig. And it's a 4-point margin. Barry will try a triple, around and out. Brito with a great box out, but she threw it away. Curry lurking, steals and scores. Big bucket for Jayda Curry to stunt South Florida's momentum.
Well, South Florida now up to 18 turnovers in this game. Oh.
Heat check from Blazig is rebounded by Harris. Roberts finds Harris rolling, and it's a blocking foul. Have we said it's a talented group of freshmen?
I don't know that you have.
First free throw from Harris is good. Again, the Orlando native. 8 points, 8 rebounds in her return home. That, by the way, the 4th foul on Brito. Something to monitor for South Florida. Brito running the floor, and perhaps fortunate that it was touched by Robert. Russell draws the defensive assignment on Blazig. Puisis curling. She will let it go. Tough contested 2 for Sammy Puisis.
And that was the first warning on South Florida with the fake of the foul there as Puisis kind of did the flop to the floor. The next one will be shots for Louisville.
Russell hands it off to Cochran. The clock at 5. Cochran lets it go for 3. And an offensive rebound by Russell.
Number 12 now for Louisville in this ball game.
And the second time that South Florida's played 30 seconds worth of great defense and not been able to finish it with a defensive rebound.
And that wears on you as
Curry,
a defensive player.
Pull-up jumper. And here come the Bulls. 3 on 2. Hutu running the floor as she has done the entire game. One possession game coming up on 3 minutes to go. Unable to get the ball inside. Shot clock down to 2. Roberts double team. Cochran, did she beat the buzzer? They say yes initially, and play stopped immediately. They'll review it with 2:39 to go.
Oh, waved it off.
Quick review from D. Cantner.
Short and decisive review by D. Cantner. And that's big, because this is still a 3-point ball game now for USF, and that just gave Jose Fernandez a mini timeout. At the end of the shot clock, South Florida in the first quarter, Louisville here in the fourth. One possession game, 58-55, Louisville by 3. Jalea Williams right in the chest of Blazig, and she'll be called for the foul. Hats off to Louisville, because they went almost 5 minutes before they committed that 5th foul to put South Florida back on the free throw line.
One more for Blazig, and as you look on the monitor there, you can see South Florida has only committed 1 foul.
High ball screen again by Louisville.
Cochran, mid-range jumper. It's short. Brizzo, a huge rebound for South Florida.
Nice job by Jalea Williams to stop Putu in transition, or she was going to have another 2 running the rim.
Jose Fernandez calls a timeout. Huises puts it on the deck. Little runner is good to put South Florida in front. An 8-0 run for the Bulls, and their first lead since early in the second quarter. Louisville unable to answer. Another rebound by Brizzo, her 10th. Jose Fernandez urging Blazig to show it down, slow it down. We get to 10 on the clock. Blazig
nice
double
trap.
team. Brizzo has Huises open. Saw her late. Huises short. Rebound Cochran.
Huises needed to follow her shot there.
Roberts in the corner. Williams all alone. She lays it in. And Louisville gets back in front.
No need to rush here if you're South Florida, but you do need to get a good look here. Jose electing not to call timeout, letting his players make some action.
Under a half minute to go. Shot clock at 10. Blazig passed up an open 3. Brizzo on the baseline. Bounce pass. Dembele has to let it go. Off the side of the rim, and a rebound by Harris. 15
South Florida
seconds,
has to foul.
and South Florida's only committed 1 team foul. Now it becomes a big negative.
South Florida electing to protect the rim and not put anybody up on the ball, and Cochran's got some space. It's also interesting to me that you're protecting the rim and not getting up immediately. And Russell's an 83% free throw shooter as well. I mean, I know they still had another one to commit, but now if this were to occur again, get it to the better free throw shooter.
There's Curry, right back to Russell.
And it's keep away now.
Curry with 7. She's fouled with 5.6 seconds to go. Second game of the season for Jayda Curry. Made her season debut on Thursday night. And she hits a huge free throw. One more.
And for South Florida right now, they must box out. If this were to be a miss, they cannot afford to give Louisville an offensive rebound here.
Curry hits both. Timeout, South Florida. Piper to trigger it in. 5.6 to go. Putu fouled immediately by Curry with 4.6 seconds. And you're putting a 50% free throw shooter on the line. Good looking stroke on the first. Now, 2-point game. Make or miss here?
I think because you're out of timeouts, I would actually go for the miss here.
Putu off the side of the rim. Curry comes out of there with it. She's fouled with 2.4 seconds remaining. A miss on the first, a make on the second is going to have to be maybe a 2 dribbles and a heave
I didn't say it was going to be easy. I just said it was still a possibility.
Well, Curry hits the first. She is 3 for 3 down the stretch. And for a team that has struggled at the line, what a lift mentally to have Curry there shooting these clutch free throws. Got all 4, and that's going to do it. Piper to throw it in. Putu catches. Blase gets it away. No good. And Louisville hangs on. They survive a big late push from South Florida for a 64-60 victory.
Truly a game of runs. It's just that Louisville had the most important run, the free throw shooting down the stretch. But hats off to both these coaches and both these ball clubs for a tremendously hard-fought ball game.